Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over with you a kind of an overview of my debt. As you guys know, I'm going to be working really hard this month and in future months to pay off all my credit card debt that I have let build up over the course of the last 6 months or so. I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers do like their debt confessions, so I guess that's kind of what this is. So this is just for August, and I'm starting with only my credit cards. So that's all you will see on this debt tracker. After those are paid off, then I will move to my student loans. And so if you guys have been watching for a minute, you know that I have hefty goals this month, and that is to pay off and cancel 2 of my credit cards. And those are my 2 lowest balances. This is just my to-do list. This is not, if it doesn't get done, it'll get moved to the next one, to the next month. But the only one that won't get done this month is paying off the iPad. I'm already aware that that's probably not going to happen in August. And that is, my son's iPad is on monthly payments through Verizon. And that's a whole nother story. But so my goals for this month are to make $200 per week between DoorDash and Grubhub. So that's total. Pay off and cancel both credit cards and then keep my QuickBooks and EveryDollar updated because I'm terrible about updating those. So I'm 100% certain that this first Capital One will be paid off, and we'll get into that in a minute. This next one, I'm hopeful that I can pay all of it off, but if I don't pay it all off, it's only going to be a small balance left over to move to September, which I'm totally okay with. So anyway, let's get into the actual debt tracker. So we're going to start with my smallest balance, which is the one I'm working on, and that is one of my Capital One cards. So as of August 1st, or I guess... yeah, August 1st, my balance on that was $469.89. And the minimum payment on that is $25. The next one is my second Capital One card, and that is $503.96. And that minimum payment is also $25. This one is over its credit limit. The credit limit for both of these cards is $500. Which, you know, I've never really had a problem with before. But with the interest charges this month, that went over. And it'll go back under with this month's minimum payment, which I will be making on the 14th. Or probably around like the 12th, depending on when my McDonald's paycheck goes in. The next one is Citibank. So actually, I only have 4 credit cards right now. The next one is Citibank, and that is $939.43. That minimum payment is only $25, and that is all I will be making to this card in August. And unless, of course, I get both of those the first 2 paid down, but with that balance being almost $1,000, I don't think that will be happening. So right now, I'm just planning to make the minimum payment of $25. And then my Discover card is my highest because that credit limit is $2,000. And we're sitting at $2,007.52. And again, that went over due to the interest charges. And I think my interest charges for this billing statement were like $18. So I'm really upset at myself for that. And that minimum payment will be $56. And I'm also only making the minimum payment in August. So basically, I have been giving myself leeway to use my credit cards because I'll pay them off, which I did for a couple months, and then I just let the balances start building back up. So in June, I canceled 2 of my credit cards that have had a 0 balance for several months, and that was Torrid and Wells Fargo. And those ones got closed, canceled, cut up. And then my Amazon card was paid off in July. Sorry, I meant July for all of that stuff. In July, I canceled those cards, paid off Amazon and canceled that as well. So I no longer have those credit cards. And surprisingly, my credit score jumped up like 30 points. And I think it's that it hasn't quite caught up, because I know that it will start going down once I start losing this credit limit and these cards. But I'm totally fine with that. I would much rather have a lower credit score than have credit card debt. So anyway, the total for all of this is $3,920.80. And my minimum payments are $131. So I'm really excited to be able to get that money back soon. For sure, at least $25 I will have back in September, hopefully a full 50. Next, I converted my transaction log that's in my shop to a credit card payment tracker. And if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. Otherwise, I just canceled off transaction, deposit, and withdrawal and did credit card, start balance, and payment. Because this is really just for me. I didn't want to do like for each payment, but this one I wanted for each payment. So let's start with on the 1st, because today I'm filming this is the 4th. Today's the 4th. You'll be watching this on the 5th. So on the 1st, I made my minimum payment of $25 to this first Capital One card, which brought my balance down to $444. And then on the 4th, today, I sent another payment of $89.78. And that will hopefully should bring my balance down to $355.11. And now this $89.78 comes from this DoorDash pay. And my goal with this is to be paying all of my DoorDash and Grubhub income to my credit cards. And so my goal is to have at least $200 each week that I can send over. And this week I will have $137.35 plus $89.78. $227.13. So that is super exciting. And then I'm hoping it's definitely more for next week. But so that paid another almost $90. And then on Thursday, tomorrow, I will be sending another payment of that $137.35, which should bring my payment down, or my balance down, to $217. So I'm confident that I can pay off this card by, I keep opening this and closing this, that I can pay off the Capital One card by the 13th. And if I can't, I am totally fine pulling from my Etsy payment or my McDonald's pay to get that last little bit out of my life. So I'm hoping it'll be the 13th that I can pay off that card and cancel it by the 17th, because I like to make sure there's a zero balance before I close it out. And then, so I just put on here my payments for the 11th and the 13th, or like I did my hopeful starting balance, and then I didn't fill in the payment because it's going to be dependent on what I make. And then in a different color, in a blue instead of black, I put my minimum payments for the other cards. And I think I'm not going to have enough space. Maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe I will have enough space to include paying off this card with one extra thing if I need it. But we'll kind of see. If there's not enough room, I'm fully prepared to turn this half into another transaction log. So that's where I'm sitting. I'm hoping to end August and start September. Let's see, 3920.8 minus 396. I'm hoping to start September missing, that is close to $1,000. Missing these first 2 credit cards, and then we'll just knock out Citibank. I don't think that will happen in September. I'm definitely going to try my best to knock out that full balance in September, But if I don't, then I'll just knock it out in October and get a bunch down on Discover. I'm sure that I can get at least a full $800 knocked off this balance in September, but we'll kind of see. But so that's where I'm sitting right now. By the end of this week, my balance will have knocked down by $227, which is super great. I'm so excited for that. And then by the end of August, I want both of these Capital One cards done and out of my life. If the other one gets pushed into that little bit in September, that first couple days of September, I'm also fine with that. I mean, that stuff kind of happens. And on the side, I am still also saving my emergency fund. There's currently a $25 balance. I have auto-directed 10% of my paycheck to go into this savings account. So we'll see how much that is. I know that if you guys follow Dave Ramsey, you're yelling at me right now because I don't have my emergency fund before I'm knocking out this debt. And I just know that my emergency fund will be much easier to get with this gone and out of my life, because I've been spending so much money. If you guys watched my July review, let me pull it up real quick. I almost 100% on credit cards spent $804 more than I made, which is appalling, and it really just disgusted me. So we're really gonna do everything I can to knock these credit cards out as quick as possible. And like currently I used to just carry them in my wallet, you know, for emergencies, which there never were any. All of these cards are locked and unable to use. I can't charge anything to them, even if I wanted to. I've deleted all of my credit cards from my mobile pay, from my phone's memory, from my Fitbit pay. Not that that matters because that's broken. So I cannot use these cards. I quit carrying them with me. They're in my lockbox in my garage. So like, it's not super easy to get to them at this point. And also 2 of them are maxed out. 2 of them are almost maxed out. So, I mean, there's not really a point to carrying them. And as soon as they're at a zero balance, I call and close it out. But I do like to have that confirmation that it is at a zero balance before I close it. But, which might seem a little dumb. It's just how my brain works. I feel like I can't close an account if there's still a balance on it. So, that's where I'm sitting right now. There is my little debt confession. When all these are paid off, I will be doing another one for my student loans, which is sitting right now at about $42,000. So just a spoiler alert there. And the reason I'm attacking the student loans before the car is because they're individual, separated out. And my smallest balance on that is, I think, like $1,100, with my largest balance being like $6,400. So I'm definitely going to feel more momentum and progress tackling those one at a time than I would paying my car off faster. And also, I definitely want to get those started before the emergency deferment thing ends and they start accruing interest again. So that's where I'm sitting, and I'm going to end this here. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know in the comments. You can find me on Instagram, whichever's easiest. But I'm going to end this here. And I think I'm going to start doing weekly check-ins as to how this debt is going so that you guys can see for sure. At least if I don't do weekly, it'll be every other week. But I think in the beginning, I'm going to do weekly. I got to keep myself accountable after all. But anyway, So there's where I'm sitting. And I am going to end this. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.